Alright guys, Fula coming to you with another video. Shout outs to the whole LDBC. If you like this video, please feel free to like the video. And if you would like to, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. You don't have to. It's always by choice, never by force. Right? So, I kind of want to do an intertwining video. Want to tap into something that just happened not too long ago, like maybe a couple of days ago. And that is with Devin Haney. You know, I rock with Devin Haney a lot because I see that there's a hunger in him that he wants to take on all fades. You know, he really wants to do that. You know, we see the pattern in the past and in the present that some of the guys that he's called out don't share his enthusiasm, you know? And that's the example we see with, for example, when he was supposed to fight Luke Campbell. You know, he had to be stepped aside for Vasily Lomachenko to fight him. And then he wants to fight Vasily Lomachenko for the WBC. What does Lomachenko do? He goes to Mauricio Suleiman, or I should say Team Lomachenko. He goes to Mauricio Suleiman and he becomes a franchise champion. Which entails that, you know, he's a WBC, you know, now maybe not the real WBC champion, but it ensures that he's a WBC champion of some sort for life, win, lose, or draw. Okay? We look at Tiafimo and his comments and the way he moves. He doesn't seem too thrilled on facing him either. You know? We look at Ryan Garcia, who doesn't seem too thrilled on facing him either. And if we go by a measuring stick on Devin Haney's last fight, when he fought I believe it was a Dominican, it was not an attractive fight, but he won most of the rounds in that fight. It just wasn't attractive, you know. It wasn't. We didn't get a signature knockout. We didn't get orbital bone broken or anything like that, you know, as we have seen in his previous fights, right? However, he still desires greatness. He still is chasing greatness, you know, and for some reason, people are not thrilled to give him a chance to be great. Can we say he's being ducked? Possibly. Can we say that, you know, he's on the other side of the street with, you know, signing with Eddie Hearn and doing the DAZN thing? Yeah, we can say that. But with these comments, because these comments have ruffled a lot of people's feathers, a lot of people are upset, a lot of people are offended that he said what he said. You know what I mean? A lot of people are mad that he actually said this, right? So, shout outs to 78 Sports TV. You know, he has the interviews, bro. Like on God. He be getting the interviews, you know? There's no doubt about that. You know, he have the interviews. So he recently had Devin Haney on an interview. And what happened was, you know, I guess someone in the comment section said, you know, about Lomachenko. They said that they couldn't wait for him to dethrone him, basically, and expose him as a hype job. That's what someone said in the comment section. So Devin Haney said, "I will never lose to a white boy." That's what he said. Those were his words. And those words, the boxing media, the big boxing media publications, they copied and pasted those words and ran with them, And this is my thing about this whole situation. What he said and the reaction to what was said, it exposes a bigger problem in society in general. It really does. And I'm going to tell you what problem that it exposes. It exposes the fact that a person like Billy Joe Saunders can demonstrate and basically promote domestic violence when we're on quarantine. And it's crazy because I have people in my comment section saying that was a funny joke. There ain't nothing funny about promoting no domestic violence. There's nothing funny about that at all. Okay, and if you find it funny, you have a sick sense of humor, and you probably need your ass beat. That's what that means. So you also have people who are the same ones who would like to cap for Tyson Fury. Now listen, man, I'm not saying that Tyson Fury cheated in that Deontay Wilder fight. I'm not going to even say anything like that, okay? I'm not going to say that, right? But you look at his track record and what's going on right now and the investigations on things about the boar meat, the cocaine, and the like thereof, and he gets a pass. He can do no harm, or I should say do no wrong. He gets a pass on this, And I just really find it quite odd that this energy for Devin Haney is not shown for other fighters. Let's take it a step back with the racist emails with Oscar De La Hoya against Al Heyman. There was no outrage about that, right? No outrage about Conor McGregor saying, oh yeah, when the monkeys were talking about the Rocky movie. There was no outcry for that. No outcry for Sergey Kovalev beating on women. And as a matter of fact, it being reported later on that he actually was beating on women. No outcries for those things either. But now all of a sudden you want to outcry because a man is confident about himself and confident in his abilities? Yeah, he could have said it differently. I agree, he could have said it differently. Maybe he could have said, I'll never lose to anybody, including a white boy. Right? But I'm not a man to try to put words in his mouth. He's his own man. Right? And I think at the end of the day, he's just hungry. At the end of the day, he's just maybe trying to bait people to give him a fight. Perhaps he said that so he can bait Lomachenko to fight him. Perhaps he said that so he can't bait a Luke Campbell to fight him. Right? And there's nothing wrong with baiting people into a fight. Ricky Hatton did it with Floyd Mayweather. There was I think it was after one fight that Ricky Hatton, he said something like, he said something to the effect that, believe me, this fight right here, I think he said something like, one round of my fight is more entertaining than Floyd's the whole fight of Floyd Mayweather. And then Floyd Mayweather said, make the fight. Okay? He baited him into a fight. This could be what Devin Haney is trying to do. Okay? Because look, this is the thing about this situation. I see, and you know, maybe at times I'm guilty of this. Okay, I got to check myself on this. Maybe I'm guilty of it. But the detractors of Devin Haney will say he needs to fight someone. He needs to stop fighting tomato cans. He's trying to fight these people, but the fights aren't happening, okay? So he has to stay active. You know, sometimes I'm guilty of saying I fall into that who has he fought syndrome. You know, sometimes I do fall into that at times. But then I also have to look at the dynamics, the politics, the promotional situation of the fighter too. And at the end of the day, there's nothing that is stopping this fight. DAZN and ESPN are basically almost like sister companies. Now, they've did so many fights together. Okay? They've done a lot of fights. So there's no excuse for, I mean, I think even Luke Campbell was on DAZN, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's on Matchroom. They made the Lomachenko fight with no problem. Okay? At the end of the day, I think he's just chasing greatness. And as I said, he can word it differently. But this is the thing. This is my observation with a lot of you guys. The same ones who are up in arms about him saying what he's saying are the same ones that let comments like Abel Sanchez, black fighters don't sell pass. The same ones who will let Sergey Kovalev putting his son in a monkey shirt pass. And you guys will defend them in this. The same ones who will laugh at Billy Joe Saunders trying to solicit, obviously, someone who has a drug problem, and here he is soliciting this person, but you give him a pass, okay? But this is nothing new to me, because this is what you guys do all the time. It's not a surprise to me, because let's take it a step further. Let's take it outside of boxing. Let's take it outside of sports. Let's take it to society at large. When there's a mass shooting, when there is a mass shooting or something of that nature, it's not labeled as terrorism. It's labeled as a kid who had trouble with it, who had like social issues, who had mental illnesses, and who needed medical attention, and who didn't get the proper help before he carried out the act. That's what you guys say. But then let a minority carry it out, Let a minority do something like that. Oh, he was a terrorist. He was acting on hatred. It was a hate crime. This, that, and the other. That's how it always is with this media, man. That's why I don't really watch CNN. I don't really watch Fox News. I don't really watch BBC like that. I don't really watch ESPN like that. Because I know, I don't even watch Sky Sports like that. Because I know there's going to be a narrative being pushed that is going to try to put the veil over us. So this is why I don't really push it like that, okay? But anyhow, man, that's all I really got. Leave your comments and leave your thoughts about this issue. Fuller signing out. Njarama.